We back with another reaction, man. What is going on? What is going on? Welcome in to everybody. I appreciate all of that love and support from everybody, man. Thank y'all so much for pulling up to another reaction video. Y'all know we go live. We do our reactions live, man. So if you are new to the channel and you see this on a playback, I want to see you guys in a live the next time so we can have a discussion about it. Either way, I appreciate your love and support. All right, now that that's out of the way. Yeah. Okay, so my boy Deleted, which we've reacted to, I would say maybe 3 or 4 of his videos on the channel. And he pulls up to the channel every now and again and just says, "What's up?" Faceless channel. Says he's gonna be doing a voice reveal here pretty soon. I told him he shouldn't. I said keep it low key, keep it anonymous. I think we like that about you because we could really get a full extent of your opinion and everything in your videos. So what's the dirt? Just dropped the video. I believe it was about, I think it's Meet the Grams. Is it not Meet the Grams? I want to be sure before I say this. Hold up. Let me pause this. My bad. Let me see what's the dirt. His last video was about Family Matters. No. Yeah, Family Matters. 2 days ago, right? 296,000 views. This video is 2 hours and 22 minutes long. What's up, DBHD? What's up? This video is 2 hours and 22 minutes long, which is the only reason why I have not watched it yet. Other than that, I would have probably checked it out already and we might have already reacted to it. But the video is 2.5 hours long. Now, I'm starting this off by kind of giving y'all a little bit of background because I don't know what the hell is going on. What's up, my dog? What up, Jay? I don't know what the hell is going on. Make sure you guys double tap the screen and hit that like button. I watch What's the Dirt. I tap in with Maddie B. I tap in with Patrick CC. I tap in with Fantastic Hip Hop. I tap in with Jamari. All of those kind of channels that do a lot of the research that we don't do when they just kind of compile all the information to put together a really dope video. There's another one I'm missing. But anyway, that's what What's the Dirt does if you guys are not familiar with that. So I want to actually go back to my other video now because when I think I bigged him up in the last video, What's the Dirt? I bigged him up in the last video and somebody, and a couple of people in the chat was like, yo, he's compromised. I'm like, wait, what? I mean, like, what does that mean? They like, yo, he was just moving different. You know, he's making it seem like Kendrick's a liar and all of that. And I'm honestly, like I said, I'm so busy. We do sneakers in the morning. We do this, or we do music in the evenings or in the afternoons. And I just didn't know. So the homie Deleted says, what's the dirt? What's the dirt? Just ended his career in one video. Now, I have not seen the video. So we are definitely gonna go ahead and tap into this video. Let's go ahead and make sure we tap the like button on my boy. My boy dropped this video 8 hours ago. 32,000 views for a channel with less than 20K is amazing, man. So shout out to him. But let's go ahead and get into this video. And I think just for the sake of it, I'm going to watch the What's the Dirt video in my own time. I don't think I want to react to it because I don't want to have a 4-hour-long reaction. Y'all probably wouldn't watch it anyway. All right, we 3 minutes in. Let's go ahead and tap into this video. If you guys have any information or any of your opinions, I want to hear that from you guys as well. So make sure you guys drop it in the comments. And also don't forget to drop it in the chat as well because I really want to know. When you have time, watch the video on the hotel situation. Which one? What hotel situation? See, look. That's not what are we talking about? What hotel situation? Before we get into the video, what hotel situation? Let me know in the chat. He said, watch the video on the hotel situation. See, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tap into this video. So we ain't gonna keep y'all waiting no longer. Let's make sure it's turned all the way up. All right, it's turned all the way up. Tell him. Let me turn off the music. All right, it's okay. It's all right. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. He's probably typing.
Are able to put
What's the Dirt? Ignored the Diddy angle from the Kendrick beating allegations. Kendrick and Whitney alleged DV. Oh, in the hotel? The 8 is the channel. Hello, crew. What's up, Project Loot? I watched Deleted's video this morning. It came across as petty, respectfully. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get into it. All right, bet. Thank you, Doc Susan. Let me see what this is. Let me see what this is about.
Put in their 2 cents.
And hey, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. Everybody has their opinion. This is his opinion, and I don't piggyback off of anybody's opinion. I just want to know what the story is. So let's get to it.
Of how I feel or how you feel, it's best to take their interpretation with a grain of salt. What's the Dirt is a YouTuber that substantially grew in popularity because of his breakdown videos
Facts.
of the biggest beef of 2024,
Facts.
Kendrick versus Drake. Hey, off topic, but shout out to the villain, bro. I don't even, what is their name? Six Flow? I think their name on Instagram or something like that is Six Flow. It's on the side of the picture, but this shit goes stupid. Thank you for the artwork. If you guys want to submit artwork and have me just shout you out on here, man, go ahead and join the Discord and y'all can post y'all artwork, you feel me? But this right here go crazy, boy. I like that. We might have to put that on a shirt in the future. What y'all think? Oh, and if you guys could do me a favor and like the video, let's get this to 2,000 likes.
Oh, he already over 2,000 likes. My boy is at 4,000 likes. So make sure y'all hit the like button on his video too as well if you haven't done it. I dropped it in the description.
We get about a thou wow, you know what I'm saying, about a stack, but we trying to get 2 bands. Can we get 2 bands? His last few videos has been about each song that Kendrick and Drake released this year. And so far, each of his breakdowns has been a great watch. With most of the things covered or pretty much everything that everyone else throughout social media has already put in perspective and pointed out before his videos ever dropped. Every time I watched his videos, his takes were pretty much familiar and spot on to other creators. I also seen that covered the topic before his, but the way he broke it down and presented it was very refreshing. His latest and very
now for me, I want to speak to that because that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the video so much. And I was like, bro, I said this is probably one of the best breakdown videos I've ever seen. Not this one because I haven't watched it yet, but the one previous to that was one of the best breakdown videos I had ever seen. He broke it down so perfectly and it didn't seem biased in any way. So I'm really confused. Like, I want to know.
Very controversial video was his take on Drake's song Family Matters. It was a very long, dragged out, lengthy video, which already seemed a bit odd before clicking for the simple fact that what Drake song could possibly need a 2-hour breakdown? Drake's overall music has always been very surface level compared to Kendrick's very in-depth angle with his overall artistry. Before we get into the issues of the video, I do want to point out that What's the Dirt got extremely lucky for his breakthrough content to begin with. Now, his content is great and well put together. He was going to be a very successful YouTube channel regardless, but the timing of his drops is what changed the trajectory of his sub count. I say this because his video, Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, is his biggest video to date with 8.5 million.
8.5 million. And I'll tell you that. All right. So if you guys go back and look at my video, I'm not sure if it was this one or the other one, but people even wanted to see my reaction to this video. It was one of the bigger videos. Like in real time, it had the most views when we were done. When I hit in stream, it had one of the most views when we finished, and then it kind of still kept doing its thing. So for some reason, people were just really interested in What's the Dirt. What's up, Rodney?
Million views, which I'll say is indeed a great video. The way he edits and sets up his scripts, it's a real joy to hip-hop fans to watch. This video in particular came out November 23rd, 2023. Just 8 days after Drake and J. Cole First Person Shooter music video came out November 15th, 2023. You know, YouTube standard stuff, talk about the trending topics. The whole social media had been covering the subliminal disses and unspoken beef of Kendrick and Drake for some time now. Take Loasta's video that dropped February 18, 2023, for example. 9 months prior to What's the Dirt's first drop on the beef. The highly long popularity of Drake and Kendrick's subliminal disses have been something fans all around have been up to par with for the last decade. So for What's the Dirt to start his series after the debut video of First Person Shooter, it only seemed fitting to do so, and not technically hard for anyone to do, because all the material was already out there to collect and to put together in your own words, in your own theories, with your own opinions. And I think that's exactly what went wrong with What's the Dirt. Prior to his recent drop, all his takes was pretty much already covered, including the newer videos, because everyone was putting content out fast, trying to gain exposure through this popular.
Okay, so off the rip, I'm feeling like what he's saying is What's the Dirt was able to be successful and put out content in the way that he was because a lot of that information had already been covered. It was all knowledge that people just kind of wanted to check in and make sure it was correct or if it was wrong. I think I can kind of see what he's saying with that. I've seen that one, but not the 2-hour one. For 616, he got most of his breakdown information from a YouTuber named Night. But What's the Dirt got the credit? Oh no. What's good, Crash? What's good, G-Fish? Hey, just popping in. What's going on here? What up, Reggie? We dissecting another video from my homie Deleted. All right, let me go back a few seconds.
Everyone was putting content out fast, trying to gain exposure through this popular beef. Shit, even I was. And that's how I got my breakthrough. I feel that What's the Dirt stayed in a safe zone gray area. And people loved his take and content because it was usually what everyone else was already feeling. Or when he would put his own opinions and theories out there, it wasn't too far-fetched than what people were already discussing online. And the theories he would state and suggest seemed to not be so far of a reach.
So far it sounds like what Deleted is saying is that he rode the wave so much that he stayed in a safe zone with it, right? Like he put out only the content that that people were clicking for. Like anything Kendrick, anything Drake that drops, that's just what's hot right now, and all of the viewers are clicking on it, which is why you have to, you kind of have to cover it if you're in this space. If you don't, people are probably looking for you to cover it, and you're just not, right? So you have to cover it in a sense where it's like, it's almost like a missed opportunity to not cover the information. But I guess, again, I think that's one of the things that I enjoy about a lot of channels is that they provide a new take, a new spin on the information, and they're not just regurgitating. That's one of the things that I enjoy. Like even myself, it's not like I don't hear things, but I don't regurgitate. I always try to like give you guys a different perspective, my perspective, or at least what I'm hearing. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's just, I mean, it's all interpretation and speculation for the most part. All right, let's get back into it because this is a 20-minute long video.
What went wrong on his last video about Drake's song Family Matters? It seems to me that instead of focusing on everyone else's take and masking it with his own opinions and theories, he would completely do an entire video based on his own perception for the first time, instead of using what was already being said online like he would do in the previous videos. So most of the new video was opinions presented as facts, and that can come off disingenuous. Doing this was very revealing on how out of touch he truly is with the culture and how stereotypes and in denial racism still very much exists. Now, before I break down some of his controversial takes, I do want to say this isn't about Kendrick versus Drake. This is about a well-meaning white person who's really into hip-hop that tried to join the discussion but accidentally said some things that was racially insensitive.
Oh no. Oh, is that what he's saying, Doc? Oh, bro, that went left for me, left, because I didn't think that it was gonna, I didn't think it was a racial thing. I thought it was more of like, even when he said he's presenting his ideas as fact, that to me is a big no-no. Like, I try to say things in a way, even I hate comparing myself, but like we're here. Try to say things in a way where what I'm saying is not meant to be taken as truth. It's just taken as my opinion. So if you're putting out a video and it seems like what you're saying has validity to it and truth to it, then you get a lot of people watching it and leaving it. However many hundreds of thousands of views or millions of views he'll get, whatever percentage of that people leave might think, oh, damn, everything he said is true. So you kind of have to, present it or say, drop like a, I don't even know the right word, but just like you have to say it beforehand, like, this is just my opinion, right? These are not facts. That's just weird. He went at the company man too and called him a Carlton. What's the race card, Doc? Where do I get one issue? Oh no, Doc's cool.
And also stated far-reach theories with stereotypical logic. This showed he didn't really understand the culture as well as he thought he did. And it also showed the disconnect that most, not all, but most white people still have when it comes to Black Americans and our culture, and is why they shouldn't speak so loudly on topics that could be taken out of context. One of the first things that come to mind is something that took me back in disbelief when he called Kendrick a milkman and Uncle Ruckus.
Now, Tiger in particular is a well-documented milkman who, like Kendrick, has a past of infidelity. I mean...
Wait. Wait. He called Kendrick a milkman? Hold up, bro. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, all right. Wait a minute. Now I gotta pause and reflect. Hold up. All right. Let me get back into it. Let me get my brain back into it. All right.
Uncle Ruckus.
Now, Tiger in particular is a well-documented milkman who, like Kendrick, has a past of infidelity. I mean, Kendrick might just be a milkman, right? A closeted milkman.
And after that, it's over. You wake up and you don't even know what you done.
I missed the show. I wish they bring it back.
What kind of prejudice shit is that to call someone a derogatory name just because he dates another race? And to call him an Uncle Ruckus, which doesn't make sense at all. An Uncle Ruckus doesn't represent Black people who are conscious and dates different ethnicities. Uncle Ruckus represents brown nosers and the tokens who sides with ignorant comments from white propaganda. And what you're doing right now, feeding the tokens and the Uncle Toms. You see, I wouldn't have to break this down to a Black person. They know this without having to have the context. Watch an episode and we laugh because we know what they're talking about and who they're making fun of with that Uncle Ruckus character.
Oh my God. All right. That was hey, that's a... He said buckle up because I'm like, oh... All right. I have to say something. I don't think that let me say this right. And this is why it pays to be faceless. But let me say this right. I think it was, I'm not trying to, okay, you know. I think he meant it as a joke and the joke fell flat because it might be funny to some, but it's not funny to everyone, right? And even me, it caught me off guard when he said he's a well-documented milkman and then show all of the white women around Tiger. I was like, he said that? So yeah, that's what I'll say. That's what I'm gonna say. Hit that like button, man. We got 250 million. Actually, while you guys are here, let me go ahead and give some memberships while you guys are here, man. I haven't done that in a while. Let me give some memberships. I would love for you guys to join our membership over here as well, man. I appreciate the support, but let me go ahead and gift a couple. That's a way to actually, support the channel if you guys are not doing it already, man. But you are supporting it by hitting the like button and subscribing. But let me go ahead and gift a couple memberships if I can real quick, since we got a bunch of people in here who might not be members. What's good? What up, Mike West? It's giving me problems right now for some reason. Hold on, let me refresh it. It's giving me problems. Hold on, let me see. Membership gifting. All right, let me see. I'll do it when it pops up, but right now it's giving me a spinning wheel, so I'll do it when it pops up. Sounds like he's salty. All right, let me get into it.
character. This is what we mean when white people misinterpret a lot of our culture. And why does Dirt think Kendrick is racist? When did Kendrick ever say he wasn't attracted to other ethnicities? So many questions. Just because Kendrick is the voice of the people and is a conscious rapper, a proud black man, doesn't mean he's against other races. Showing black pride seems to be intimidating to people because they always think it's a way of shunning out others when we show self-love, and that isn't the case. We as black people have learned to overcome disadvantages and discrimination by self-loving ourselves loud and proud. With
Facts.
people like James Brown and the Black Panther Party.
We don't hate nobody because of their color. We hate oppression.
It's deep rooted in our grandparents who were young when that James Brown song came out and when the Black Panthers were thriving. Most of our grandparents that lived then are still alive today. It's instilled into us. Just like the N-word with the hard R, black people changed the entire meaning to it and successfully changed it by saying nigga instead. And that's one thing that white people seem to not understand. Kendrick never claimed to be against dating outside his race. That's Drake's confusing the people and changing the narrative. One of the villains states, because Drake's angle was to paint Kendrick as a colorist, and it had effect to an extent, and trying to say he is no different because his woman is mixed and his son is lighter like his mom. So let's talk about Whitney real quick. Black comes in all shades.
You know what?
It doesn't matter if you're mixed with.
You know what? My wife is mixed race, black and Puerto Rican, right? And I think we had a conversation about this a while ago. This is not like a crazy race topic or anything like that, but we had a conversation about this a while ago when she did kind of take issue to some of the things Kendrick said because of the words themselves. And I think a lot of people were saying you have to look beyond the words. Shout out to Mr. C Mercy. A lot of people were saying you have to look beyond the words and look at what he means. That he would not be saying anything negative towards a person who is mixed race or is mixed race because his wife is mixed race. But I do know that there was a lot of confusion amongst people who were mixed race or people who identified as such, right? So I will say that there was definitely some confusion where it seemed like there needed to be explanations on Kendrick's part because of the actual words he said, not the meaning behind them. I'll move on.
Black, you're still black. Your ass still checking that African American box on a job application. When you're pulled over, they're telling their buddies they pulled over a black man or woman, no matter how mixed or light-skinned you are. If you look anything black with black ancestry and black lineage, you're black. And Whitney being from the hood and inner city and biracial, she's black. Drake's blackness being questioned by us isn't for white people to question at all. Don't get it twisted. I think I need to say that one more time. Drake's blackness being questioned by us is not for white people to question at all. Drake is black, but he wasn't raised black. His dad wasn't in his life. He's seen his dad a few times, but they didn't have an established relationship.
This is my dad, and him and my uncle worked with Al Green. He taught me everything. So, thank you, Dad. I don't get to see you that often, but, my love is always with you.
Drake himself would often rap and vent about this. He was raised in Canada by a Jewish mother and grandmother and uncle and went to an all-Jewish school.
First of all, I live in an all-Jewish area, so
where is that?
Forest Hill.
Okay.
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant, mind you.
My lord.
Yeah.
A nice Italian restaurant?
A very nice Italian restaurant. The song of the next
even that
was I Want It That Way.
The persona Drake pretends to be.
But even that, right? It was like, even for that, it was like, that's how he was raised. And it does kind of strike you. It does kind of strike you as how do you talk this life that you live now, and that is your upbringing. Don't pretend to be anybody you're not, bro. If you didn't grow up like that, if you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's just not your life, that's not your life. You shouldn't have to want to pretend to be anybody you're not anyway. I think that was the major issue.
And how we treat
some of these comments, I'm sorry. You need to watch the video from the 8 regarding the alleged abuse. where he proves with receipts that in fact Diddy and Cassie were staying at the hotel on those dates and Kendrick wasn't there. Oh, so the allegations are towards them and not him. My mom always said, be yourself. That is a fact. Deontay, yes, he called Adonis a black man. Yes, he did. The only black people in Drake family is his father and Adonis. Yeah, he broke it down. Okay, bet. I have to check that out too.
His other black peers as a community is why his blackness is even in question to begin with. The fake accents, the hood hopping, the shady deals, the cease and desist letters, the way he still styles and ride waves and does shady industry backstabbing shit. It's very parallel to what whites would do to black people back then in the music industry.
You ain't nothing but
You also never see any footage of Drake praising his blackness, but you see countless videos of Drake praising his Jew side. He also never has an opinion or voice when black injustice is going on. And to point out lyrics about—
it's true. That's true. That's true. I don't ever really see him, but that's true. But I think like I can't speak on something I don't know, which is right. Like I don't know if I didn't know my father who's black, African American, I can't speak on that if I don't know. But that's why it becomes crazy to hear him talk the way he talks and move the way he moves. It's like, bro, what? Now you are? So I don't know. I understand. I just think that it's very unfortunate.
A weave of fat asses.
Kendrick had to frame those lyrics like he had big plans of messing with thick queens with the weave looking on point, but in reality, he was gripping on a blonde ponytail and balls deep in skinny white ass.
Was very stereotypical in this.
What? Oh man. I'm just surprised at the verbiage. Shout out to somebody's mama. I'm just surprised at the verbiage. That's crazy. I don't think I would have said that. I just don't think I would have said it, right? Like, just imagine me saying that. Like, well, I guess that's a whole nother conversation. But I just wouldn't have said those words.
And balls deep in skinny white ass.
Was very stereotypical and distasteful to say the least. Saying Drake is half black and his other side of the family uses it.
Because Drake is half black, the other side of his family uses it.
Again, stereotyping. How do you know his other side of the family says this? What makes you so sure? Irregardless whether his dad's side does say it or not, even if you had the proof of them saying it, Drake didn't even used to say the word correctly.
It was somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigger, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. Yo, that's that nigger. Yo, that's that nigger. Yo, that's that nigger.
Which completely goes against Dirt's stereotype. Any black person knows by this clip alone that Drake is more white than black from his lack of awareness. When it came to the word with the hard R, this clip alone screams loud and clear that Drake truly wasn't raised around black people. And I seen a clip of What's the Dirt react to another YouTuber that goes by the name of The Company Man, where this YouTuber does a my take on Dirt's latest video, and Dirt watches and says this.
My family growing up didn't use the N-word. I made a whole video on my channel. I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
When he says he looks like he doesn't say nigga, which is just, man, I would for real like to throw hands after that. This dude is playing in our faces. And this is why we need to stop letting people like Dirt be tourists of the culture. They get very comfortable. It gets to their heads and overstay their welcome and start saying offensive shit. When he says that he doesn't assume all black families use the N-word, but completely contradicts himself when saying he could tell that the company doesn't say it.
He said this is a great example of me being lost because he assumed that I assumed that all black families use the N-word, and he's trying to peg that on me and put that on me. That is bullshit.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
Again. again, this is what I'll say. Ignorance and being dumb is different. Let me not make any crazy statements like that. But I think it's just blatant ignorance and not knowing. It's offensive as hell and it's ignorant. It's offensive as hell and it's ignorant. And the thing about it is you're on camera saying it. So it's not like you can say, that's not what I said. We saw you say it. You looked at another black man and said it don't look like you ever said it. And it's just like, that's not your place. That's all. It's not your place. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say it. Just I think it all you want, bro. Think that. Let it, but just don't say it, man. Cause it just comes across as just like, and he said something about overstaying the welcome and all of that. And I don't necessarily agree with that. Like a lot of things I agree with Deleted talking, and some things obviously like I definitely I don't agree with. But like I don't think we can gatekeep hip hop. I don't think we can gatekeep rap at all. I think the more the merrier. Everybody's involved. It's community. I mean, we know where it began and originated, but I think it's about community, bringing people together. I don't think anyone can overstay their welcome. However, I do think that you should be mindful of the creators, originators, and you should be mindful of the majority of people who consume that type of content, music, whatever. I don't think you can blatantly disrespect anybody without expecting them to feel any kind of way. So, just be respectful. That's it. Just be respectful. That's all. Just be respectful. That's it. Just be respectful.
That's not for a white person to determine. He goes into saying that Drake is 37 years old. And because of this, Drake says the N-word 37 times, which represents every year that he's black.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old and he says the N-word 37 times on this track. And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black.
Boy, if you don't get
This was one of the craziest takes I've ever heard. And I don't mind reaching at all. I reach. If you notice, I
was just about to say, it's a reach. But when we come to breaking down these bars, bro, we be reaching everybody. I be reaching. but that's crazy. 37 N-bombs for 37 years is wild.
True issue of the video, which is why I'm not including his other far takes, because even though it pissed people off and didn't make sense,
shout out to Toxic Taco for the $1 donation
that were clearly biased and not factual, it's still his outlook and his opinion. If he wants to far stretch and pull shit out of his ass, that's on him, and he has the right to do so, but not about black culture. That's where I draw the line and why I'm responding in this video. For one, black people don't pay attention to how many times someone says nigga unless it's a person who shouldn't be saying it. And that's not including Drake. See, we make fun of Drake like a SIG or a roast session back in high school.
Facts.
We take jabs at how he's a bit whitewashed, but we would never feel completely away about him saying nigga. We wouldn't count how many times Drake says nigga. Like, what the fuck? But as soon as we hear the word once from a different race, then that's another story. For two, you're trying to break down Drake's bars as if they're Kendrick's. Drake has never made music with hidden clues or that in depth. Again, that's very surface level bars. And that's not to discredit Drake. Drake has made great music in the past. Let's not take away from his artistry.
That's not even the knock on Drake, right? The knock on Drake isn't the fact that he can't make good music. The knock on Drake is he can't make music that makes you think that hard. He doesn't make anything that makes you really just sit back and think. Or you have to go back over and listen 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times and try to understand what he's saying. we get it right there. And some people don't even like that kind of music. Like if I asked every one of y'all in the chat right now, do you like music with deeper meaning? Say yes or no. Do you like music with deeper meaning? Real quick. We got almost 400 people in here. Do you like music with deeper meaning? Some of y'all are going to say, just give me the beat and give me freaking hooks. Some of y'all are going to say, I love meaning in the music, right? So there's space for both of it. There's space for both of these things. But it's like going to the steakhouse in downtown New York or downtown Chicago, where I'm from. It's like going there or going to Outback. It's like, bro, I'm not going to Outback. I'm gonna go here. I live in a steak city. Why the hell am I gonna go? It's like ordering Papa John's or ordering the you know what I'm saying? Luminati's for my Chicago people who know what that is. Feel me? Look, now everybody said yeah. Let's go. I love that. I love that, bro. There's not one no in here because I feel like if there was one no, somebody gonna be at their heads. There's not one no in the chat that says no, I don't like meaning in my music. All right, let's get to it. We got 7 more minutes.
Looking way too deep than Drake ever would intend to go. And what made you even count the word nigga in the first place, bro? What is wrong with you? It's not shocking though, because it's clearly a white take. It's bland as hell and unseasoned as fuck. And then there's the colorism. Miseducated statements about Adonis being light-skinned and Kendrick's son being lighter than Kendrick. Saying Kendrick might be embarrassed to be seen with his son.
Oh, camera died. Hold up, gang. Hold up, gang. My bad. I'm still here. Don't leave. I'm still here. Yo, this is what happens when you live stream, gang. I'm still here. This is what happens when you live stream. Just give me 2 seconds to plug the camera back in. I freaking unplugged it when I left. We still here. Don't leave. Camera just gotta get plugged in. Live stream problems. If I could plug the damn camera in, that would be perfect, right? Let me see. Damn. All right, there we go. Live stream problems. We back. All right, we back. Live stream problems. My bad, gang. Anybody watching that at home? We was only out for a few seconds. All right, my bad, gang. All right, we here. It's a Thought Crimes blackout stream. Yeah, he won the beef with his camera. Yeah, I won. We back.
Lighter than Kendrick that's just a white prejudice thing you could say.
Although Kendrick's child isn't anywhere near to as light as Drake's, Drake leverages this to subtly accuse Kendrick of hypocrisy. This is Kendrick's reality, right? He does have mixed children, and he does seem to prefer lighter complected women. Kendrick really wants to be with white chicks, right? That's truly what he wants. But because he's Kendrick Lamar, he has to hide it. He's embarrassed to be seen.
Black people come in all shades.
Crazy.
There's albino, brown,
Did he say
dark.
that he just wants to be with white women? Is that what he said?
Women. Kendrick really wants to be with white chicks, right? That's truly what he wants. But because he's Kendrick Lamar, he has to hide it. He's embarrassed to be seen.
Black people come in all shades. There's albino, brown, light brown, dark brown. We are literally all the shades of the world. Drake is self-projecting because for the longest, he didn't want people to see his child because he didn't think it was his. And it was speculated that he wasn't certain it was his child because of how white Adonis appeared. Now that's just speculation, but it's not so far of a reach when Drake battles with being accepted in the black community. So at this point, this is just preference versus programming. I mean, there was a lot of takes that was misinformed and misinterpreted. Saying Kendrick is doing songs with white artists as if he isn't supposed to or is not supposed to, that's a weird take. And siding with Drake about YG and CB being actual blood members.
Drake then makes a reference to Chris Brown, and many might think this is a gimmick, but Chris really is a full-on Fruittown
JY.
because Chris Brown is an R&B singer from Virginia, but unlike Kendrick, a Compton native who was only an affiliate, Chris is a full-on gang member.
Industry blood members at that, which, by the way, caused Drake issues from that statement alone. To know gang politics and the gang banging culture, you know you can't name drop people. For one, that's dry snitching. And for two, other rival gangs will check your ass.
Bruh.
Some rival gangs will take that as disrespect. Like, oh, is that who you roll with? You claiming a side? What's up? And also, Kendrick being from Compton, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that he has acquaintances with people that bang. And that line that Drake said could come off disrespectful to them. Like, oh, you think we won't do anything about it? Like, oh, you questioning us. You think we won't do anything about it? You think he don't have real hitters around here? I mean, that whole Ken and Friends was a statement. Flamed up, all red. People didn't look familiar to me nor you, but believe me, they did to the LA streets with well-known gang members on stage showing their allegiance to Kendrick. That was a threat and a warning to Drake. Why do you think he sold
that really
all his
was
houses?
the dirt?
Why do you think he moved?
I'm gonna need a comment from What's the Dirt. We just seen What's the Dirt just sub. I'm gonna need to see a comment from What's the Dirt if that's really you. Wow, what's the dirt? Now, listen, I have praised your channel. I'm not gonna not say anything that I wouldn't say to you if I was talking to you. I commend you for the videos that you have put out. I commend you for the amount of research you put into these videos, and you do an incredible job. Your, I think it was 616 in LA. I said this at the beginning of the video, so anybody can say it and go back and watch it. I said that was probably one of the best breakdown videos I've ever seen, right? Now, the homie Deleted, right? My homie Deleted is picking apart some of the behavior or some of the things that you've said, which I haven't even seen the video yet. So it's 2 hours long, so I got to go back and I got to watch it. I definitely have to go back and I got to watch it. The issue that I'm seeing, the issue that I'm getting is it seems like a little bit of insensitivity, and it seems like a little bit of maybe just ignorance on the black part. And I'm not calling you ignorant or stupid or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you don't know some of these things, you wouldn't know maybe not to say them, right? So that's the only thing. That's the only thing I'm getting from him so far. Let me finish the video, but shout out to him for pulling up. I didn't think he was gonna pull up. I didn't think he was gonna pull up, but shout out to What's the Dirt. Hey, look. He's saying I called Kendrick Uncle Ruckus. That's crazy. Let me see. What'd he say? Appreciate you, bro. He chopped it up though. He chopped it up though and made it look nuts. Okay. That's why I said I have to watch the video. I'm trying to find his comments. What's the Dirt was clipped out of context. He's been getting hate bombed for 2 months. That's why I said, what is going on? Like, realistically, what is going on? Because when I said, yo, and like I said at the beginning of the video, you can go back and you can watch it. I said, yo, What's the Dirt is dropping a video. This is a while ago. I cannot wait to see this video. And then I got comments on my video like, What's the Dirt compromise? He's this, he's that, he's that. So listen, here's what I'm gonna say. Anybody could say something that comes across racially insensitive or whatever. So it's not my place to call you anything or say anything about. I like hearing different perspectives. Deleted is speaking from a perspective that I understand as well. And I also, like I said, I don't think it's wrong to educate somebody on saying, hey, maybe you said that the wrong way. But if it's clipped and chopped, then I don't know. So I have to look at that too. But I respect both of y'all. I'm saying that. I respect both of y'all. All right. Let me go ahead and get into this.
to Houston, next to Mob Ties. And then there's this video that What's the Dirt would edit to lean more on Drake's favor and lies.
Indeed responsible for this incident.
Because like half of her face was like blown out pretty much. She was with a certain rapper who had assaulted her. His first name was Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar? Yeah. There was cops there.
I remember seeing this video and being like, why would you not just say Kendrick Lamar if you're gonna say Kendrick? We all know who that is. Bro, just watch the 2 hour long video. I will. What he did to the company man was uncalled for. So people are saying that too. By you saying it don't look like he's ever said it. It just sounds like a thought that probably shouldn't have came out. That was already debunked. Facts. He basically did call him Uncle Ruckus and used the picture for reference. He's been hitting all the chats. It was bound to be my turn. Really? I didn't know. I didn't think he was gonna pull up.
And it's at this point where the Who Kid drop from Drake from push-ups starts to get a little more interesting.
This Twitter user calls him out. You spent months on this, and you edited the security interview for Drake's narrative. You said the dates lined up with the security guard, which it doesn't. The guy next to her said it was a UFC fight night, not boxing. She agreed. UFC 173 happened that weekend in Vegas. So if you're sticking with her story, you should stay on that weekend. Hashtag culture vulture. And then there's this clip about his fellow YouTuber, the company man, having no motion.
But I'm not putting it up on YouTube because I'd only be doing them a favor. Like, a lot of these guys don't have a lot of motion. That's like, they just don't, right? So I would be helping them.
Well, he has motion today, if anything, just like you use Drake and Kendrick's moment to shine like any other YouTuber will do, including myself, because it's a viral topic. I mean, what are you actually trying to say here? You know how YouTube works. You're trending, so everyone is going to either react and give you your flowers, or they're going to react and tell you what you probably don't want to hear.
And I agree. I agree 100%. At this point, it's expected. At this point, it should be expected that if you are a hot topic, or if you're speaking on a hot topic, or if in our case, new music and something that had literally captivated the world, you got to expect 100,000 channels gonna make a video about it. Everyone ain't Kendrick stans. Either like he ranted, he really offended people with that mess. Saying the company man don't have motion is nuts. Bro, where you even get the mailman line from? The milkman line. What's the Dirt been dropping in a smaller CC channel to test the temperature? What's the Dirt channel is dedicated to that. Specifically, the company man is supposed to be a journalist and he profits off the beef consistently. I don't think there's I don't think he's a colleague. Oh my Lord, he's a colonizer. Sold for a few bucks. What's the Dirt? Why did you clip this video if you don't want someone to clip yours? He clipped this video? Like, is it down? Is this video down? Is Deleted's video down? Well, I mean, the thing about it is you can be gaslit if you let somebody gaslight you 100%. He didn't come in here and do that. I think he really I don't know if he's still here or not. He didn't come in here and do that. So I don't know. I was wondering if Deleted was gonna pop up, because Deleted is in here all the time. That's why I need these dudes like Instagrams or something, so I can hit them up and be like, yo, let's have a conversation about this. Because if I can get Deleted and I can get What's the Dirt to have a conversation together, I would love to see what's going on, right? I wasn't gonna watch it anyway.
Regardless, what does motion have to do with this? Because he does have motion. Because he's actually doing numbers right now. He's getting the views. Like, it's so funny and awkward as hell when the uncultured white people don't even understand the phrases they're using when they use it. It's just, it's hilarious. I mean, from the offensive tweets that he kept tweeting, the dude is like Carlton from Fresh Prince, and you're trying to frame this as me being racist. Come the fuck on now. Because you're looking at a man who speak with some sense and higher education, you want to compare him to Carlton. And if that's not racist, I don't know what is, bro. And then he goes and says this.
Again,
I
all
swear,
right, okay,
baby.
again, I'm gonna go back. Again, it's just insensitive. It's just something you shouldn't say. I think if it came from anybody else, not anybody else, if it came from another black person, we wouldn't care if he said that, bro, it's Carlton. Like, I could have said, bro, it's Carlton, and nobody would have said anything. But I think that's where you have to understand, one, when your voice travels, right? You got, I don't know, what was it, 300,000 subs or something like that? Maybe more, 300, 400,000 subs. When you have a voice like that, that is going to travel. So you low-key got to make sure and tap in and be like, bro, can I even say this? Should I even say this? Like the homie Michael Rubin. I'm not my homie, but like bro, Michael Rubin was speaking on how black people need to stand together and black people don't need to do this and black on black crime. And it's just like, although what you're saying might be true, it's not your place to say it. That's it. Right? I think you got to look at it like that. Let me see this.
Higher education, you want to compare him to Carlton. And if that's not racist, I don't know what is, bro. And then he goes and says this. I swear, baby, I only fucked those white chicks because I'm racist. I did it from my ancestors. It was all for the culture. Don't you understand? I did this for us. Laugh out loud. Like, come on, man. I talk about this in the breakdown because it really supports Drake's Black Messiah line. What? That's what you got from Drake's Black Messiah line? And that's why we question Drake's blackness. I'm just gonna put that out there, because if you guys are both thinking that way, I mean, a statement like that for a white dude to go on YouTube and be basically the culture vulture of YouTube hip hop, it's beyond me. Cause you're showing your whole ass right now, dude. Like you really are. I don't care how talented you are, how you put words together and brainstorm and put all these cool fancy edits in your videos. You showing your whole ass right now. And you're looking like a culture vulture. You're looking like a colonizer, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you with that. I just don't get it. Like, we could keep going. If you go to his tweets, he has a shit ton stupid remarks like I just read, and very, very insensitive. I mean, it's leaning on the prejudice versus racist side of
and that's my piece. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't change how somebody takes what you say. You can't change how somebody feels about what you say. And that's why I understand the leader's perspective. I understand it. I can't sit here and say I agree with everything he said. I don't. Some of the stuff I think is just like, okay, bro, is just insensitive, man. Maybe he's not thinking about it. But some of the stuff, that's a little extra for me. I think the milkman piece was a little extra for me. The Carlton piece was like, all right, but still, you shouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand delete it, man. I understand his piece is what I'm saying. You know, like, I get his piece. He's speaking from the black perspective, bro. And a lot of people are just not going to tolerate that shit. Like, a lot of people just not going to tolerate it, man. They just not. They not going to tolerate you figuring it out. Shout out to the original mommy. They not going to delete it. You missed it. What's the dirt was just in here. That's what I say, bro. He's speaking from the black perspective, bro. Like, you can't. That's the way we see it. That's the way a lot of us see it. Not everyone, because you can't put anybody in a box they don't want to be in, right? We can't. I need to make y'all mods, bro. So I can see you when you pop in. I'm gonna mod you. Delete it. Hold on, give me a second. Just don't be deleting nobody's stuff. Delete it. Let me mod my dog so I can see him when he comes in. But yeah, man, I respect this video because I think what you did, fam, was you said, let me take a step back and present this to y'all in a way that you might not have saw it if you just watching the video. You just listening to it, just watching it. You might not have even thought that was that crazy, But that's actually kind of crazy that you said that. Now, delete it. I'm gonna keep it a buck in the same way you keep it a buck. I don't think I agree with every single thing that you said, but I definitely, there's some pieces in there where I'm like, bro, that's just wild. That's just too much. And I think it's a learning. It's a learning. It's not a learning experience. It's a road to us teaching people what is correct and what is wrong, bro. You should never say that. If I said that about such and such, I would expect somebody to come out and say, bro, you wrong for saying that, bro. And I would apologize accordingly, right? We gotta start having these conversations, bro, so it's not weird. we gotta start having it. Like, I want you to talk. I want to bring him back. Is he back? Is he still here? Is he still here? I want to, yeah, it's an opportunity. Thank you. It's an opportunity. Is Deleted still here? I'm AI with the braids. Hey, is Deleted here? Is What's the Dirt here? Real quick, before I hop off, because this is going on to an hour long and I didn't want it to be this long. Deleted, there's no excuse. The slight backhand comments about racial issues aren't for them to bring up. And I respect it, bro. Like I said, some people just not having that shit, bro. It's just not, we not going. You not gonna be backhanded. You not gonna say low-key racist stuff and then expect us to just kind of like, you know. And I think what I try to do is really look at it and like, you know what I'm saying? And see, but sometimes it's just inexcusable. It's inexcusable. Did you guys look at the video this other guy did on the topic? No. Do we really believe he didn't know what he was saying? Yes, Deleted's in the chat. Okay, so bro must have left. Got to keep this energy all the time, not just around Kendrick. That's true. That's a good comment. Akeem, that's a good comment. There's no excuse for What's the Dirt to say what he said, period. Right. I agree, man. I agree. Some of the stuff I really agree with that, and some of the stuff I'm just like, man, we just got to have a conversation, and because if we don't, I don't know how people, if we don't talk about it, and I'm not of that culture, then I guess that means don't talk about it, right? But that's why we got to have a conversation so people learn and understand this is not the way. You can't do that, right? Watch the 8. Y'all let What's the Dirt playing y'all faces in these live stream chats. He exposed who he really is when he's giving his take instead of regurgitating other folks. Stop capping hard for him. Who, me? Caping? You said me? When he came in here, I told him exactly what it was. I said, I'm not going to say nothing that I wouldn't say to you in your face. I think you were wrong for saying what you said. It's the 8. Oh, the Ville. My bad, bro. I thought you were saying HHSB soft on problematic figures in general. So no, when it comes to this, Asia, we've talked about this before. I don't do the whole I'm gonna be extra and all in one direction, because the world is not like that. And I don't see anything as an absolute. I see rooms for education. I see room for people to speak and learn from their mistakes. That's what I see. I don't see condemnation for somebody saying or for somebody making a mistake. I see we need to teach them. That's what I see. We don't disrespect other cultures, and he knows better, but we aren't given the same respect. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is a crazy topic, and I'm glad Deleted made his video. I'm glad Deleted brought some of these things to people's attention. But I don't know where What's the Dirt goes from here, bro. I don't know where he go. I don't know. I don't know where he goes from here, man. What's the Dirt is talented, but he crossed the line. Got to separate the talent from the situation. He got comfortable. He needs to understand what went wrong. So and thank you. Thank you for validating that. Thank you for validating that. He said he needs to understand what he did wrong so he doesn't do it again. He's not a bad dude. See? And on that note, I gotta say, thank you guys for pulling up to this stream today. We got over about 400 million people in here. Can we get to 200 likes in the stream if you guys don't mind? Let's get to 200 likes in the stream. We did cross over 17K, so I gotta say a huge thank you to y'all. I was trying to gift some memberships, but for some reason it's not working on my end. I can't gift the memberships in the way that I want to. Gift some memberships, but let me see if it'll work. I don't know why. Let me try my phone before I get up out of here because I want to help y'all out. My bad, gang. Don't leave yet because you might lose a gifted membership. How do I get to desktop? Damn, it won't let me go on desktop. I can't do it from my phone. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow they'll let me give some more memberships, but I can't do it today for whatever reason. He came in here and said deleted twist and stuff and saying, what did I do wrong? He did say that. He said that he chopped it up, and I was like, I haven't seen the video, so I have to see the video, man. Great commentary. Thank you guys so much. Who else is here? Speaking on a vid you've never seen is wild. It's a 2.5 hour long video, and I'm taking what seemed to be the pieces that were offensive, Matt. The entire video isn't offensive. These are the pieces that seemed offensive. So, yeah. But I appreciate you. Yeah, it's a 2-hour video, bro. Like, what? I'm not on a road trip. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me as you always do, man. If this is your first time here, thank you for pulling up. I look forward to seeing you in other videos. This video turned out to be way longer than I wanted it to be. We had another reaction lined up, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll do it tomorrow. We do all of our reactions live, man. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video, man. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to Delete It for pulling up. That you know you my dog, man. We low-key, like, we low-key doing this, you know, back and forth, man. The Black Panther video is really one of the videos that made me think, like, okay, he's for real. It wasn't just one video. It was like, okay, he's for real. The Black Panther video was dope. If you guys haven't seen his video on Black Panther, make sure y'all go check that out as well. And this one is another banger, man. So shout out to him. And What's the Dirt for pulling up. I did not expect him to pull up to the channel, but he did. And we'll see what he does with this in the future. I've tried to go ahead and gift y'all some memberships. It wouldn't let me do it. So I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.